In this session, we are going to cover the concepts and understanding of ETL, which is actually complementing the Hadoop ecosystem. And we'll also learn how do we adopt into ETL Big Data industry. Now we will also understand this state-of-the-art smart technology called Talend, which we'll use for big data. And now, yes, the biggest attraction for this technology is you don't need to any more hand coding using MapReduce programming. We'll just learn the big data in minutes. Yeah, I'm serious about it. Now we'll also do a hands-on use case on the big data platform, and we'll just showcase how do we implement the job using various platforms that we have set up exclusively for this session using Hadoop. Well, yes, ETL with big data. There is a lot of talk about in the town that the arrival of big data is actually the doom of ETL and data warehousing and blah blah. There are many stuff about it. But to be very honest, Hadoop will never eliminate the ETL. Rather, these two bodies will complement each other. Now, what is this ETL is about? This Talend is about. This is actually a graphical user interface, a layer which is sitting on top of the Hadoop application, which really makes your life easy, reducing the burden of a lot of hand coding. Yeah, and the surprising stuff and the buzz which is going on the market is that ETL and even data warehousing is lack of push and analysis of some outlandish comment. Yeah. Now, really, what no one seems to question is whether we talk about ETL, whether we talk about MapReduce, whether we talk about big data, Hadoop, you name it, any kind of state-of-the-art technology. Most of them deals with the core competencies, which is revolving around data. Now, data is the main element. Yeah. So it's quite a funny topic that is really practical for our organization to you just quickly dump all the data with the lightning speed into the Hadoop platform. We'll quickly see through the course. Yeah. Now this is of course a data integration come hybrid big data tool, and it ensures the timely, trusted, and relevant, secure, and authoritative data. Yeah. Just to give a quick reminder, we have a dedicated 15 to 20 minutes of questionnaire session towards the end of the course when we'll come towards the end of the presentation. So we'll definitely take up the question. So that just came to my mind. Just wanted to remind all of our invitees. Yeah. Now this modern integration technology is the optimizer process information in both scale up and scale out architecture. Now, most of the areas where this abstract processing, such that multiple applications can consume and benefit from secure and curated data set. ETL, of course, no doubt needs to continue to evolve and adapt to developer preference and performance, scale, latency, and its modern application. Now, to be very honest, Hadoop is just another engine upon which ETL and its associated technology like DQ, data quality, data profiling, master data management can easily run. Now, renaming what is commonly referred in our industry as ETL, or most ignorantly dismissing data challenges, enterprise-wide data needs, is just irresponsible comment. Now, for those who hails from a background of ETL or maybe from non-ETL, just so that everyone would be on sync. Now, rewriting ETL script is MapReduce code. Is still a ETL? Yes, of course, it is. Now, is ETL running faster? In some cases, it is. In some cases, it is not. On Hadoop, is it eliminating the ETL? No, of course not. Is introduction of Hadoop changing where and how ETL happens? Of course, yes. Now, so obviously the question is not really what are we eliminating ETL? Are we really eliminating ETL? But where does, as I said before, ETL take its position in comparison to this evolving big data and Hadoop technology? and they of course, as I said, complement each other, which we will see during our short demo session of the Hadoop platform in the Talend. Now obviously we know in ETL, the E represents the extraction of the data from different heterogeneous or homogeneous source system, you name it, delimited, flat file, database, XML, Excel, CSV, unstructured data, you name it, Talend for Big Data has a connector for it. So in terms of integrating the data, different source system, you absolutely can rely on this technology, where the state-of-the-art scaling up background MapReduce technology will take care of the speed and the data transformation. Now, the kind of transformation level we have within Talend for Big Data is phenomenal. It can convert anything and everything depending on the business requirement. And finally, you talk about any kind of target system, Talend is quite capable of loading the data onto it. Now that is more or less of ETL. Now obviously we get lots of questions during our launch of this phenomenal course. Now why ETL and Hadoop? Because there are so many stuff revolving in the market with a lot of promises of learning this state-of-the-art technology. Now the best thing that you get learning a Talend plus Big Data platform is, the primary reason is Talend itself comes with a set of technologies or software, you can say, which primarily focuses everything and anything in and around data. We have data integration, which integrates your multiple platform data. We have data quality, which takes care of your cleansing and clearing your enterprise data. We have MDM, which is master data management, which takes care of data governance. We also have enterprise service bus, and recently they also have launched the business process management, which is BPM. And the talk of the town, of course, big data. And trust me, Talend has seen this big data coming on its way almost quite few years back. That is one of the primary reasons Talend started, integrating along with the big data platform, where you really do not need to learn n number of technologies or programming language. You just need to learn Talend. That's it. Once you are there, you are a data quality champ, you are a data integration champ, and of course you are a big data champ as well. This slide, of course, shows that Talend is, of course, a one-stop solution for anything and everything that arises from the current Hadoop ecosystem. As you see in the slide, we have Talend Open Data Solution, we have Hadoop, we have the Hive, we have Scoop, we have SDFS, we have HBase, we have Uzi, the scheduler, and we have Pig. Now, obviously, it improves the efficiency of big data job designed with abstract generate the code. Yeah. Now, why? It transforms inside the Hadoop. So, it really complements Hadoop. It also supports the native SDFS, as I said. Most of what is talk in the town, anything and everything, is something that Talend supports. And most of the market leaders in the big data industry, you name them, Hortonworks, the Cloudera, the Mapper, all of them have already done the tie-up with Talend technology. One of the primary reasons for that is Talend as an industry or as a technology, they are already core into data integration, data quality, master data management. Now big data was something which they just need to develop the plugins. Now actual the tougher part or the actual pain on the back was always the MapReduce programming, because that is always a hidden area in big data, or you can say Hadoop platform, which Talend more or less has consumed with itself, and what it has given to the users is just a best graphical user interface where you can just literally drag and drop and you're almost there in the big data industry. Now this is what the Talend has to say. We are having a quick picture of this tool called Talend for Big Data, as you can see in the screen. Now why Talend? Talend Corporation itself says that because the more connected the world, the more quickly a business must adapt. Now, as I was quickly jumping onto the topic, the more, as the Talend was saying, the more connected the data the world becomes, the more quickly the business must adapt. Yeah, that's true. As you see a very quick glance or a screenshot of Talend for Big Data, we have more firepower going forward in the next slides. Yeah, excuse me. Now, why Talend? Why do we get this query more often? Why do I need to use Talend? Now, Talend is the only graphical user interface tool, one of the first, rather than I say, one of the first graphical user interface tool which is capable enough to translate an ETL job into a MapReduce job, which is very important. Now, the Talend ETL job gets executed as a MapReduce job on Hadoop and get the big data work running in minutes. Yeah. Now, this is what makes Talend hotcake in the market these days. Is this is a key innovation, because most of the resource or the skilled workforce in the industry that comes, they necessarily do not have a background of programming, or especially the myth which is running in the market, Java programming. They necessarily do not hail from that background. Now, for these kind of audience, or for these kind of skill force, learning big data would never been easier. Now, this is what I always say is a key innovation, which helps to reduce the entry barriers in big data technology and allows the ETL job developers, whether you are a beginner or advanced, it really doesn't matter, to carry out the data warehouse offloading to greater extent. Now, with its Eclipse-based graphical workspace, Talend Open Studio for Big Data enables the developer and data scientists to leverage the Hadoop loading and processing technology, like as I said, SDFS, Pig, Hive, without having to write any complex Hadoop application code. Hadoop application seamlessly integrated within minutes using Talend. Now, simply selecting the graphical components from the palette and arranging them, configuring them, and just placing them as per the business requirement, we can create the Hadoop jobs in minutes. Yeah, that's true. And loading the data in terms of steps, for maybe the audience who knows a little bit of SDFS or they come from a background of big data, loading data into SDFS, Hadoop distributed file system, we know that it's one of the essential area. And now using the Hadoop Pig to transform the data in SDFS, load the data into a Hadoop Hive-based data warehouse, perform the extraction transformation load or extraction load transformation aggregation in Hive, and leverage Scoop to integrate relational database and Hadoop. This is more or less a primary area on which Talend excels in big data area. As you see, Talend Hadoop integration. When you combine Hadoop with Talend, what comes out is a best of breed technology called Talend for Big Data. The demo and the use case that we are going to see in this session today live, we are using Talend Open Studio for Big Data 5.5. For Hadoop application to be truly accessible to your organization, they need to be smoothly integrated into your overall data flow, of course. Talend Open Studio for Big Data is the ideal tool for integrating Hadoop application into your broader data architecture. Now the interesting part is Talend provides more built-in connector components, as I said, than any other data integration solution available. With more than 800 plus connectors, that's true. It makes it so easy to read from any kind of or to write into any kind of major file format, database, or any kind of enterprise application. Say for example, in Talend Open Studio for Big Data, you can use drag and drop configurable components to create data integration flow that move data from delimited log files into Hadoop Hive, perform operation in Hive, and extract data from Hive into a MySQL database, just like, okay, yeah. See, more and more enterprises these days are wanting to scale up in Hadoop and Big Data technology. We all know this is quite a buzzword in the town for a long time. Now, all enterprise, all companies who deals with any kind of data, they want to take they want to use the leverage the big data technology with the minimal use. Now, the biggest challenge these days we have is most of the companies they're facing it. They're already having existing pool of resources who have been in this industry in different kind of technologies for quite a long time. Maybe you might be working as a technical lead, maybe a senior software engineer, or you may be a project manager into some technical project, you name it. Hadoop makes it so easy for anyone to learn or scale up. That's the biggest advantage with Talend on big data that you get. Yeah. Now, high rise of job trend in data scientist analysis, and at the same time Talend also comes along with basic business intelligence transformations, which reduces your dependency on simple Excel dashboard and BI tools. Now, why we are talking about Talend? It's not only we are talking about Talend. Gartner, which is the technology magazine, is also featuring Talend as the best technology in market for data integration and big data. Excuse me. Three of the major players, as we showed in one of our previous slides, in the big data industry, Hortonworks, Cloudera, Mapper, already been tied up and official partner with Talend. And mostly any level of person, as I said, in the industry can quickly get started on this without much prerequisites. Now, this is really something that we keep on, getting the queries from most of the people. I really don't know Java programming, and how would I how this course will help me learn and excel in big data. The biggest advantage, let me tell you, you get with Talend for Big Data is there is no prerequisites. You got it right. To learn this concept, whether you come with prior knowledge of Hadoop or not, it's really not necessary. This course has some or other best thing to offer each and every one. That's what Talend for Big Data says, or even you can say claims. You can learn big data in minutes, right? You can learn big data in minutes. Sounds too good, but that's really true. When we have our class started up with the end of this month, which is starting on 28th of March, all would be a part of this state of the technology course curriculum would come to know that big data is never a nightmare. Yeah. Now that is what Talend is claiming. Go from zero to pro big data in just 10 minutes. Get big data without coding. The Talend Big Data sandbox that they provide is just a ready-to-run environment that includes Talend platform for big data and most of the Hortonworks, Cloudera, Mapper, Hadoop distribution and systematic manner, so that every individual person, without getting into the complexities of cluster setup or node setup or having the Hadoop running on the machine, you can just get it running in minutes, just like that. Yeah, we will also share the installation document for all those who would be enrolling into the course. So you definitely can get Talend and Big Data Hadoop platform running on your personal computers in minutes. Yeah, that is something that that is quite talk of the enterprises among organizations, that who can use this Talend for big data Whether you are a developer, whether you are managing a team, whether you are a senior working professional, whether you are a technical lead, anyone can start working on Talend for Big Data. You just need to learn Talend for data integration or the core competencies of Talend. Now by learning Talend for Big Data, you do two things. You are already becoming a ETL developer who knows in and around of his data, who know how to integrate his data. At the same time, the most important fact is you know how to integrate your data in big data platform. So you really become the essential or the key resource within the organization that most of the enterprise will sought after. Well, yeah, so we are we are about to see the quick demo on Talend for Big Data, which I have prepared exclusively for this webinar, just to showcase. It's a very quick demo, but it will just showcase that how a complex, simple requirement or complex requirement, you can just get it done in Talend just in minutes. Yeah. We'll use the use case and we'll use a test data for this. And the platform that we are using in this demo is I'm using the Hortonworks Sandbox 1.3, which is complementing Talend for Big Data 5.5. My operating system is running on Windows 7 64-bit, and yes, the best part is for learning big data, you would not be having constraint in terms of hardware on your machine. Mine is, to be very honest, is a 4 GB RAM with running on i3 processor, so which is very basic. Yeah. Now what we will be doing quickly is we'll just quickly now jump into the demo part of it. You have to excuse me from the slide. Yeah, and I'll just quickly explain you. Yeah. That is more or less the demo that we would have. Now I'll just quickly explain you this requirement. Yeah, I have extracted a random weblog from the internet, where a lot of people, you can take it from, like, say for example from Twitter or from Facebook, where people are talking about a lot in terms of what is happening within Hadoop and big data area, how is the job trend, and different people come from different part of the world and they just come and paste anything and everything. Now what we have done is we have extracted one of such weblog, which is, you can say, pretty much unstructured data, because it's not a typical row and column format. All right. Now I'll just quickly showcase you the sample data. Excuse me. Yeah, that's right. Now this is more or less the test data, the weblog data that we would be using. As you can see, it really doesn't represent in a typical row and column format. It's not a structured data. Now what is we are going to do in this exercise is this weblog data we are having in our local file system. I'm going to transfer. I'm first going to connect to the SDFS system. All right, the Hadoop environment that I'm using, as I said, I'm using on my screen, as you can see, I'm using a Hortonworks Sandbox 1.3, which is running on my laptop at the moment. Yeah, so I'm just up and running a single node cluster over there. So first of all, I will be connecting to SDFS. Then what I'll do is I'll transfer the file from the local to the SDFS. Yeah. Then I would start reading this file in my SDFS platform. Yeah. Now, what is it more or less that this job does is it analyzes the web extract data, and produce. What does it produce? It produces the most frequently used or spoken word. Now, I think more or less we would have heard about a term called word cloud. Word cloud, I think you would have seen the banners also. How do we conclude that what is the more hyped or what is the most talked about word, so that we will start emphasizing on these kind of words in order to generate more marketing campaigns? Yeah. Now, out of this unstructured weblog, what Talend for Big Data is going to generate is, it is going to pick up each and individual word, and then it is going to count the frequency, and it is going to generate the most frequently used words within the weblog. Yeah. So I'll just quickly go and run the job, and on my screen we would be seeing the most frequently used words in the unstructured weblog data in minutes. Yeah. Now this is a practical demo that I have prepared exclusively for you. I'm just quickly running this job. Now on my machine, both the sandbox as well as the big data are running, so it is getting a little slow there. But in minutes, we'll just see the job will start producing the result. There you go. Yeah. Now see my top results over here. Now what happens here, these are hide word in this unstructured weblog data. Now as a industry, as an enterprise, if I want to generate or if I want to publish a marketing campaign, then these are the words which I'm going to connect to my audience. Now if you see the log, yeah, you see there's something called big data being used in many areas but in different contexts. So that is where this takes a lot of advantage. Even if you see the data have been dumped, and and we just got this web extract, Talend is quite competent in reading most of the unstructured data or most of the log data and process it. All right. Now you see the most frequently used, the most frequently used data, the word is big data, Hadoop with the highest number of frequency. So I just sorted the data in a descending order from their maximum count, and we have, as you see, we have achieved the result in minutes. So just quickly recap what we do in this job is, we are connecting to HDFS from Talend, then we are transferring the files from the, we are actually transferring the file from local to HDFS. This is a small typo. All right, and then we are processing the data in the HDFS in the Hadoop, yeah, and then we are just demonstrating the result over here. So if it is required, we can again transfer the file from HDFS to the local, or we can keep the file on HDFS and we. So that is more or less the quick demo that I had prepared, just to showcase a small firepower of what this tool or technology is quite capable of. Yeah, there is n number of possibility. As I was telling you, there is more than 800 plus connectors, as you see here. Yeah, we have more or less everything getting connected from Talend. You name the area, Talend will have more or less a connector for that. Yeah. So that is more or less on the demo side. Yeah.